and they're running the heat in my building, which kind of sucks.
Well, that's the law. If it's 50 degrees, they have to run the heat.
Well, no, it's an apartment building. The laws are... They don't have to run it so high. All right. All right, here we go. In 3. I need water.
Oh.
I'm phlegmy from dinner.
What'd you have?
Lobster mac and cheese.
Ooh, fancy. I did Jewish. You can't have crustaceans.
I'm not kosher.
Oh.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekodrome. You just made the list.
The list.
Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. Hey, I'm Jon. He's Stugots.
I'm Stugots. You're Jon.
I am. Who knew?
You're Jon.
I am. Says so on my driver's license.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. Yada 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 yay.
We're just gonna sit here and let you sing all episode.
That's what I do all day around the house.
I know we don't even have to talk about a we don't have to have a topic. We can just listen to you sing.
Yes.
Or we could talk about how the Star Wars people have purloined the Game of Thrones people.
Ooh.
So Weiss
Did they buy them dinner first?
I hope so.
Weiss
and Benioff, the two men who are show running Game of Thrones, who are supposed to be show running Confederacy on HBO, have been brought to the dark side and are allegedly working on another Star Wars trilogy.
So, I don't watch Game of Thrones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I never read the books. It's never interested me. I know they're really well written. I get that. But
the books are, yes.
Is this going to be a second series of films taking place in between the next trilogy? Or is this the next trilogy and then like Daisy and Finn are all done after this?
Well, Daisy and Finn are supposed to be done after episode 9, which is 2 years out.
Okay.
But Rian Johnson was announced to have been doing the trilogy after that one.
And what's that one about?
We don't know.
No.
They just announced he was going to be doing the trilogy. They didn't announce.
So they're going to have 2 trilogies going on at the same time.
Yeah. That's
as well as these other pop-up films like Solo and Rogue One.
Well, strangely... And Suicide Squad, of course. So they've rumored that there's going to be a Ben Kenobi movie. There's rumor of a Boba Fett movie.
Boba Fett movie should be intertwined with the Solo film. I would have liked to have seen 2 Solo films with Boba Fett. Like one with Boba Fett like in the background and his story interweaving with Solo's, and then the Boba Fett film, which would have been the second Solo film, I guess, being the primary and the Solo character in the background.
Well, yeah,
sprinkled.
I mean, allegedly Boba Fett and Han Solo had a backstory together before Empire Strikes Back, but there doesn't seem to be any of him in Solo, a Star Wars story.
That's wasted.
So right now, supposedly I'm blanking who the director is, but he left the project for the Boba Fett movie, and it sounds like it's been abandoned since then.
Quentin Tarantino.
It must be. And then there's no director attached to Ben Kenobi. So is it they're just dropping the Star Wars stories altogether?
Maybe. I would like to see a Ben Kenobi film. I would. I'm not just I would like to see that.
It's just him hanging out in the desert by himself for 2 hours.
Yes, doing nothing, walking around, picking off sand people like a sniper. Pew, 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 pew.
And watching the Lars Homestead like a creeper.
Yes. Aunt May.
Baru.
Oh, Aunt May was Spider-Man.
Yes.
It's Marissa Tomei, Jerry.
Exactly. And there are supposed to be some Star Wars TV shows being worked on.
That's it. Show that vaporizer was boss.
So there are also supposed to be some Star Wars TV shows for the upcoming Disney streaming network.
And what are those about?
We don't know. We just know they're working.
I feel like we're just doing a Star Wars podcast at this point. Every week there's a new Star Wars development. For 30 years I went with no Star Wars.
Well, that's just it. Like, is this all overkill? And should they let the franchise breathe?
They're burning this steak from a nice, beautiful Pittsburgh style to well done. The steak's going to be shoe leather.
Well, I mean, I'm enjoying Star Wars Rebels, which has been on Disney for 4 years now. They're in the fourth and final season. Even had a couple references in Rogue One for it. So I mean, the cartoon. There was supposed to be, a live action at the same time, but it just didn't happen with the gangsters and whatever. So who knows?
Gangsters in Paradise.
You're right, but I think like an HBO. It was supposed to be on HBO, so I thought like it would be really cool to have like an Oz, Sopranos, gritty, underworld story in the Star Wars universe. Could have been fun. Could have been cool, but they just didn't follow through, and now we'll never see it.
No.
So I don't know, but I think it's just overkill. I want a little less Star Wars.
They could dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, let it breathe. Let it just kind of have a little time. Let the nostalgia build up again, and get back to it.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. There's Sasha Banks and Bailey on my giant screen television in my living room.
I know, and she's a hugger.
Yeah, so am I. I got a hug from Bailey once at NXT over in Tampa at the old FCW arena. And from Paige.
Aw.
And I got high five by Sami Zayn. And then he thanked my dad for his military service, which I thought was very nice.
That was very nice of him.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, I still have yet to go to an NXT anything, so
you should be checking out NXT. We'll discuss this another time.
We will. I'm thinking of going to the one in August.
Masks and capes.
Yeah.
Capes and tights. Masks and tights. Yeah. I'll get it right one day. Before the launch of the show, I will get it right.
Yeah, which we had to delay for reasons we won't go into on record. But
someone's got a little cocaine problem, so we had to delay it.
That's what it is. Our producer just had a cocaine problem.
Yes.
It's unfortunate. But when he gets back from rehab. All right. So, so that's the Star Wars. We'll move on. They are killing the Star Wars. They're killing. But yeah, I mean, it's just too much.
I would be, instead of a bunch of trilogies, I would like a bunch of one-off movies that were just well done. And they can tie in to anywhere within the Skywalker storyline trilogies.
And they don't even have to touch on those.
Well, I mean, even just background, it's fine.
Reference it's a
point.
Yeah,
just to give you a reference point to know like where this is taking place.
Yeah, they visit a planet that sometime had something to do with it, but
yeah, or just make a reference of we'll be passing through Bespin. Do we want to stop and refuel at Cloud City? Just something small like that, where you're just like, oh, okay, must be taking place at some point around Empire Strikes Back, or in between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
Or it could be 100 years after.
It could be.
It doesn't even have to be in that time frame.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You could do it like the possibilities are endless. So why keep doing a trilogy, and then especially at the same time? And and then still try to have these one-offs pop up. But as far as a TV series, I'd love to see a Sopranos-esque series. I would love to see, what was the bar? Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley,
that's a show right there. There would be action. There'd be some intrigue. But
no droids.
No droids, and that's a sticking point. Like. The whole place just yells out when someone walks in with a droid, "No droids!" Like it was Cheers or something, and Norm just walked in.
And yet in the movie it was just the bartender because everybody else
Right, but we
doesn't
change
care.
it.
Why are no droids allowed? Maybe we should just figure that out.
What's with the racism?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look into this. We'll get back to you. All right. Well, also this week we had a couple trailers drop. One was more of a teaser than the other because one is a May release, the other is October.
I only know about the teaser. I don't think I watched the trailer this week.
Well, then we'll start with the teaser for Venom.
Yes.
The sort of Spider-Man spin-off-y film.
Now, the first part of the teaser, right away, it says Sony, and then there's the Marvel bumper, right?
So because of the way that the deal was structured for them to get Spider-Man into the MCU, where Marvel co-produces the Spider-Man films, Sony can still make whatever films they want. But I guess I'm thinking even the X-Men might have had the Marvel logo on it.
I don't remember, but so now is this part of the Marvel movie universe or no?
No,
it's not.
Because
that's what that little bumper at the beginning confused me.
Yeah, and I'm sure it confused a lot of people.
She's not pointing to the sign. What is she? She's not.
I don't know.
Supposed to point to the sign.
Well, you're supposed to drink if she points to the sign.
I know. I have Jack and Daniels. I have Jack and Coke right over there.
So, as an aside, John Cena did point at the sign tonight. You probably couldn't see it.
I didn't see it. I couldn't see him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
I hate to just keep being distracted by the TV, but I feel like I am Sasha Banks' gynecologist with those shorts. Hey, nice labia.
Oy vey. All right, so what did you think of the Venom trailer?
I liked it. It was a great teaser. They even teased the Venom, character a little bit with the when he was in the MRI machine with his eyes and the little bit of the ooze, coming out from behind his head.
Yeah, I don't know, but like
you can only see it in slow motion though.
Yeah, but I mean, what I got out of the trailer is this is not a superhero movie. This is some sort of like action medical drama.
Yeah, because there was all medical stuff going on. The MRI. It was in the hospital.
They showed one bit of an action scene where he's driving the motorcycle down the street.
Yes.
Cars are
There's nothing in the teaser though to let you know that it's some sort of superhero film or comic book film or what is actually happening. I know. So, like to me, then at the end they had the eyes.
Well, but that was just like the logo.
I know, but like they could have done it a little bit better.
So I mean, we're kind of the built-in audience because we read the comics, we know the character, all that. But all right. So my nephews aren't big comic book readers, but they love all the superhero movies. There's no way that they would get into it from this trailer.
I read Venom: Lethal Protector.
That was only 20 years ago.
Well, that's when I read it.
I did too, though. It has that iconic red cover to it. But even so, the trailer did nothing for me. It did not like get me that excitement.
It didn't tease me. If I didn't know the character, it did nothing to pull me in to say, "Oh, what is this? Let me see. When's this trailer coming out? I want to see the whole trailer. When's the movie come out?"
Yeah, like I missed the bit in the MRI machine with the alien ooze.
Okay, that's the only time you see it.
That's not true. There's a quick cut where there's like a business guy in front of scientists, and it's in a tube thing, and it's just kind of washing back and forth.
I think I missed that.
Exactly, and then there was one shot of a spaceship for like 2 seconds, like just crash landed somewhere. And
what I don't get is Venom is probably one of Spider-Man's greatest villains, right?
Yes.
How does it not tie in to the Spider-Man films somehow?
Well, that's because Sony doesn't want to. I mean, allegedly, Spider-Man does make an appearance in the film, but they didn't put him in the trailer, so we don't know when and where, how it'll connect. Because honestly, I like Venom better as a villain.
Me too.
I like him as a straight villain, and I hate when villains get like pushed to be heroes.
You don't like
It's like,
you don't like the villains when they come up gay.
no, I just don't believe that.
No, you don't. Okay. For the record, you said no.
Thank you. I just don't believe that
Homophobe.
villains necessarily need redemption. I think villains can be completely, utterly evil for completely, utterly evil motivations
Yes.
and be compelling.
It's not like heels in pro wrestling that some of them have, like some of the stuff that they talk about is true. It doesn't have to be. It could just be straight up. I am not a good person. I step on cats.
Yeah. And I think that, I mean, even most of the Marvel films, they don't have, a majority of them don't have like straight up villains, I think.
Right.
I mean, some of them.
Everything is like that. They're like they could have some sort of tragic what is it? There's some of them could be some sort of anti-hero.
Yeah, but I mean, the Punisher's an anti-hero.
Yes, and that's it. Other than that, him and Logan, we don't need any more anti-heroes. And we don't need villains that could be anti-hero. You just be a villain.
That's just it. I just want my villains to be completely, utterly evil bastards.
Now,
I want to watch them chew scenery.
Yes.
Just like
the Joker. My biggest drawback with the what was it? The Dark Knight Rises, right?
Dark Knight was the Joker one.
Yes.
Rises was the third.
Okay, so the Dark Knight was they kept trying to make Joker like he's trying to make this statement, and no, he's just crazy. That's it.
Yeah. But when he was crazy, he was so good in that part.
Right. When you start trying to do some sort of social commentary of the people on the boats, like, I don't need that. It's, hey, why did you do that? Why did you put these bombs on these two different boats? Because I'm fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was making commentary. I think it was...
He did. He straight out said, I want to see who pulls that pin first, the hardened criminals or those 9 to 5 people from the stock exchange.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot he did that. That's unfortunate.
Instead of just saying, because I want to see, maybe I want to see who you save, Batman.
Exactly.
Or maybe I just want to see them all die because I'm a bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy.
And I hate cats.
Exactly. All right, so then, who is your favorite comic book movie villain?
Oh.
I don't have an opinion on that.
What?
John, is there someone in your apartment?
Oh, Alexa.
What triggered her?
I don't know. It just went off.
That's weird. I mean, the Red Skull is pretty damn awesome.
He was.
Loki, but then even Loki, they've made him into an anti-hero or a tragic hero. Why?
Yeah, they turned him into a hero over time.
So I would have to. He's ruled out now for me. The Red Skull had no redeeming qualities. They made Doctor Doom, not Doctor Doom, Doctor Octopus, who was an awesome villain, brilliantly played by Alfred Molina.
Oh, he was amazing.
They gave him that redemption scene at the end. Didn't need it. So that was ruined.
Well, I think that their version of Dr. Octopus was a tragic one to begin with. So it worked. Because remember, it was the whole thing with his wife at the beginning.
Yeah. He was so good. He's such a brilliant actor. I guess that's why I love that character so much, because I never really thought much about the character before. Babe, is there more? Could I have another one, please? Thanks. They're pointing at the sign a lot. So
yeah, you got to have more drinks.
Have more drinks. I would have to say Red Skull. He was truly ruthless and cared nothing except world domination. What more could you want from a villain?
That's true. Yeah, because I mean, I do love the Loki in the Avengers movies.
Very good. Yes,
especially like that first one and Thor. Yeah, but they've even so when he's being heroic, watching him kind of twist the knife is always entertaining. Like when he tries to escape from Thor and in the last movie when they're walking together, it's like, oh brother, and he kind of fakes him out and Thor's on top of it.
Yes. Or when he steals the Tesseract.
Yeah.
Goes to the trophy room.
Yeah, exactly. Steals the Tesseract.
He's never 100% redeemed. he always has that little bit of son of a bitch in him.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what I love about Loki. He's never really redeemed. It's more Loki isn't about evil. Loki is about Loki.
Yes.
And if it benefits Loki, then okay, I'll go along with it for now. Till it's, no longer benefits Loki, and something else does. So I it works because he's never truly redeemed. And I love that about it, that character. But really,
So is that your favorite?
I was about to say, I almost want to go back.
There was a sign just now on Raw that had your last name on it.
Did it? I missed it.
Yeah, it said Raw is, I don't say your last name.
It's Lazar. I don't know.
Oh, it said Raw is Lazarus.
Oh. Raw is Lazarus. Was it Raising from the Dead?
Yes.
So
that's your pick.
No. You interrupted me with your ADD. My pick goes back to 1980. In the year that Christopher Reeve was our Superman.
Yes.
And Gene Hackman was our Lex Luthor.
Brilliant. He was the best.
He truly was. Now, we're not talking about Superman's 3 and 4.
No, and we're not talking, because the script sucks, so what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
And we're definitely not talking about Kevin Spacey.
No, we're not. We
really just did a parody of Gene Hackman.
It was an homage. We're not going to say it was a parody, because he was playing a straight.
It was direct ripoff.
Oh, yeah, but that whole movie was.
Yeah, it was so poor. And I had such high hopes.
Yeah, so did I. But
high hopes.
And we're not talking about Jesse Eisenberg. No. We're talking about the original.
That dude has a lot of work to do to even come 25% of what Gene Hackman did for that character.
Yeah, but Gene Hackman's such a fantastic actor to begin with.
Yeah, he is. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Top 5 actors of all time.
Most indubitably. He's good in anything.
Yeah.
As said during MST3K, when they were watching.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything I didn't like.
Yeah, even when he's in bad things, he's good.
Yeah.
And he's
like Enemy of the State. He was still awesome.
I love that movie. You take that back.
That movie is exactly what we're living in today, what his character warned us about.
Yeah, I won't.
Cameras everywhere, cameras on your TV, cameras on your phones, cameras.
All right. So, I know we're both going to go see it in October, but this trailer did nothing for me.
No.
On the other hand, the other trailer this week completely represented what the film is that comes out in May. Deadpool 2.
Oh, I did see that. Okay. I forgot all about it. That's how little I care.
I know. I sent you the link, so I knew you saw it.
You did, yes. And we talked about it. I totally forgot.
Well, it's not like I sent you the Jessica Jones trailer, which I know you wouldn't watch.
I wouldn't even watch it.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the Deadpool trailer? That good, huh?
Yeah.
I like the bits with Cable at the beginning.
I like the bits of Cable. I dislike the fact that Brolin is playing Cable.
Not loving it, but I think he looks good.
He does look good. There's no doubt he looks good. I'm sure he will do an okay job. I had other casting choices.
I think we all did. I mean, the guy's already Thanos. He doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to be two villains in the same damn universe.
Well, Cable's a hero. He ain't a villain.
I meant say characters.
Oh, okay. I like the bits at the end that kind of showed off some other bits from the movie that we're going to see some other mutants.
Do you think one of those mutants is George Washington Bridge?
It's quite possible.
I hope so. It is it's one of my favorite characters for no other reason but the name.
So there's a scene when they're on the back of a like helicopter or something with the door open, and it's Deadpool, Cable.
I thought that would be a Zephyr.
Whatever the vehicle is.
From Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We know that Domino was there.
Yes.
She was the one with the afro on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Crews was there, and we don't know his character name. So it's
I just thought he was playing Terry Crews.
Well, he always does.
Yes,
He doesn't have much range.
that's fine. He makes it work.
Come on, he is President Camacho. That's all that needs to be said.
Oh God, we're so living President Camacho right now.
We are, but he's always entertaining. I mean, he doesn't have much range, but
and he's a very brave man to talk about the Hollywood casting couch and how it affects men, not just women.
Oh yeah,
and so for that, he definitely has giant-sized testicles for that.
So, plus we had a couple other questionable characters there. So, I mean, I liked all of that. It was the bit in the middle with the action figures that did nothing for me.
Yeah. And that was the part everyone was losing their fucking wads over.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are the kinds of things I don't like about Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's like I can deal with meta commentary, but it's just like, there's such a thing as too much and overkill. And that's why I don't enjoy Deadpool comics.
Yes, that's why I don't either.
But I enjoy that first movie a lot. So I am looking forward to the movie. And I will go see the movie. But the trailer, that middle part, I mean, I like the joke about, we didn't do the CG on the arm? Come on. And then it could have skipped the bit with the action figures and done something else. And
I could do without the jokes about how he's Thanos, too.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He also made jokes about him being Green Lantern and whatever, like Gambit. Oh, Deadpool in the other movie. So,
but
in the Wolverine movie, he was playing Deadpool with the mouth sewn up and all that.
Oh yes.
The action figure was in the Deadpool movie.
Yes.
So sorry, I got distracted because Paper Doll Gun Mall just showed up in chat.
Hey, what's up, Mall?
And she was asking about the pouches.
What pouches?
Well,
all the pouches.
The Rob Liefeld kit pouches.
Yes. I just think he would do that to cover up the fact that he had some issues with a human anatomy. And that's fine. We all cover our mistakes.
Well, whether or not it was the real reason, he said in an interview, I want to say like last year, like the reason he did pouches was because it makes sense. If you're going into battle, you want to bring stuff with you. You don't have pockets. So you have
There's
pouches.
No pockets. No one's wearing cargo pants like I would be wearing.
But, it's okay to have one or two pouches, but every guy had like 50 pouches around their waist, around their chest,
around their thigh, around their calf.
Their butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just like pouch overkill.
That's how you get drugs into the country.
Exactly. Well, they're superheroes. They have their own planes and spaceships.
Pouch up the butt.
Is that how you do it?
I would know. I wouldn't know. This is why I don't fly internationally. I have no idea.
So are you looking forward to the movie? That's really what it comes down to.
I'll see it so we can talk about it. But
yeah, well, if it's as good as the first one, I'll enjoy it.
As far as a shoot 'em up goes, the first one was very good. It did have some redeeming qualities. I won't just sit here and say it sucks because it did not. I definitely liked the re-envisioning of Colossus as a den mother.
Yeah,
and the chick
Negasonic teenage warhead.
Yeah, who with her attitude and the phone and all that worked.
Oh, I see. You're tweeting now.
The helicarrier that was in that, I liked those little things. So I won't say that it was terrible. I don't like talking to the camera.
Not even Ferris Bueller?
That's the only time it's worked.
Oh, okay.
It's on film. On TV, it only worked once, and that is Gary Shandling's show.
That was a good show. It's definitely a good show.
Other than that, I hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah. I know. If it's done well, it's entertaining, but if it's overkill,
you sprinkle it. It can't be laden.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. But, we do have another superhero movie this week.
What?
I know. The Panther Who Is Black. That premiered. I think you might have the wrong Panther.
Oh. Aren't they all the same?
No. One's pink, one's black.
That doesn't matter. I'm colorblind. I don't see colors.
Well, the pink one doesn't come from Wakanda.
Oh. Where'd you come from?
I don't think they ever really said.
Black Panther, baby. I'll be seeing it Thursday night.
Nice. I am working an event this weekend, so I am desperately trying to figure out. Thank you. Desperately trying to figure out when I can see it, so we can talk about it next week. But it is President's Day on Monday, so I might have to find time on Monday afternoon.
All right.
But yeah. So
please do, because we're going to talk about it Monday night on the show.
I know, and I can't have you spoiling it like our buddy George.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't. If you didn't see it, I wouldn't spoil it for you.
Oh, I know.
I would just
our friend likes to. So I was thinking we could have a little bet.
Okay.
So
when is this on?
Huh? When is what on?
This Biggie Tupac thing. I gotta watch this.
I don't know. It's coming up soon.
And who is that dude? What was he in? Oh, Westworld.
Oh, Jimmy Simpson. Yeah, he's in Westworld. He's in House of Cards.
Oh, February 27th. I gotta see this.
All right. We'll have to see about that then. But we got another week or two. So
right.
I was thinking we could have a little bet.
All right.
This would be a Funko Pop bet.
Okay.
Loser buys.
Okay.
And the bet is, where in the pantheon of superhero movies does Black Panther fall?
Okay. So you sent me a link to. Is this what we're going to use as far as our measuring stick?
Yes, this is the Business Insider opening weekend box offices from when Wonder Woman opened. And there's not much that's there's one movie since then, so it's fine. We're gonna go by this.
We'll still use it.
This will be our measuring stick.
I think it. All right, you go first.
Okay. So Wonder Woman came in like 10th overall.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4,
which is surprising
8,
to me.
9, 10,
I think
11.
that's a topic for another day.
Yes. All right. So it was the 13th highest grossing opening weekend domestic.
Yes.
All numbers are based on domestic here for this bet at 103.1 million.
Yes.
So.
So go ahead. You go first.
So let's see. The highest grossing is Avengers. It is not doing Avengers money.
No.
All right. Let's see.
But would it do Avengers Age of Ultron money?
So our top 5 are the Avengers. Avengers Age of Ultron. Captain America Civil War. Iron Man 3. Batman v Superman. Followed by Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, and then Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to say it tops Spider-Man 3.
Okay. Now, why do you think? To me, that's poor. That means it's going to do poorly. Why do you think it's going to do that poorly?
Okay. I don't think it's that poorly. All right. Because the other one...
in comparison to, why do you think it's not going to do Iron Man 3 money?
Because Iron Man 3 earned its position by starting the universe.
I got you.
And it had, 6-7 years of build-up? It doesn't have the years here, so I don't know. I'm not saying it's doing Elektra and Catwoman here. We're talking Iron Man 3. That's about close to 200 million. So.
How much is that?
Iron Man 3. This has to be world. Oh, it's worldwide. Hold on. Where's the domestic list? I scrolled.
I think it would just tell us in this article.
I know. I have a Wikipedia article here that I looked up.
That's fine. Opening
3-day, we're not inflation, non-adjusted for inflation.
No.
$174 million. It is the 8th highest gross opening weekend of all time. Now, that's why I think it's going to be among the highest rated, the highest grossing single heroes. But the other thing is that the team ones earn their position.
Yeah,
Superman
and they build up to them.
Yeah, and Superman and Batman are outside the superhero pantheon because they, even when superheroes weren't popular, they could blow up movie theaters. Remember Batman 1989?
Yeah,
like everybody was wearing Batman and Joker shirts.
I mean, The Dark Knight Begins is what started all this.
So yeah. Well, but even so, I mean, even when superheroes were uncool,
Yeah, I know what you
Batman
mean.
was still cool.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Spider-Man 3. It's going to do better than Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
And what do you think?
I am going to. Let's see. You think it's going to do better than Spider-Man 3? So, what if it? I'm just trying to make sure that, like, are we doing like Price is Right? Like, if it does better than Spider-Man 3, like, or you're saying it's going to come in between Dark Knight and Spider-Man 3?
I'm saying between Dark Knight and Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
You don't have to give exact number.
All right. No. So, but like, if it comes in Batman: Dawn of Justice, do you still win?
Well, it depends which way you go. If you're going above me, then you're going to take everything above.
Okay.
If you're going below me, then it's everything below.
Right, belongs to
and
you.
we
I
split
got you.
in the middle. So it's not Price is Right rules. It's just closer.
Okay, closest to the pin.
So if you think it's going to do better, you could say it does better than Dark Knight, and then you'll have the whole top.
I am going to say it does better than The Dark Knight, but not as good as Dark Knight Rises.
So you're going to say it's...
And I have reasons, which might not be popular, but I have reasons.
Yeah, you want to share what that reason is?
I think people are not going to come out for a black superhero, as sadly as that sounds, as well done as this movie is going to be, as brilliantly portrayed as the characters are, and how visually exciting it's going to be. And it has an awesome car tie-in and products and whatnot. I just think this insane fucking country, and I say this because it's been said to me by people who are really big comic book movie fans who have said, I'm not going to see this because there's too much N.
I believe it. There are groups who are trying to tank it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
I mean, my favorite was the headline, and I forget the newspaper. DC fans attempt to tank, Black Panther ratings. And I'm sitting there going,
why?
No, it's not DC fans, because they didn't come out for Captain America just because he's against Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. Let's not play that game. It has nothing to do with that.
No.
But I think that there's enough of a movement that it's going to pull,
it's going to definitely hurt it.
It's going to pull its audience, and this is an audience that's willing to see it multiple times, like the Wonder Woman audience.
And in all honesty, I really feel like this movie should legit do better than Iron Man 3. It should.
So Iron Man 3 is a bit of a mess of a movie. It's entertaining.
It's entertaining, but it's all over the place. But
it's still better than Iron Man 2, though.
Yes. But I do think this movie, quality-wise, is going to be superb. There's going to be nothing negative you could say about this movie. And I think people have gone off the deep end and say, well, there's a black man.
Yeah. And I think it's going to hurt in that audience, but I think its core audience is going to make up for it.
I hope so. But not to get it to that top 5.
Yeah. So you're putting it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're putting it 7th overall.
Yes.
And I would have put it 6, 7. I would put it at 8th, just because I'm still miffed that they didn't invite us to that premiere. We should have been walking the purple carpet.
I would love to. Yeah. I had an African eccentric outfit all picked out.
I know you had that dashiki. It was very nice.
Yeah, my dashiki would have been rocking, baby. It said "eat up" on it. Oh, it'd been glorious.
But yeah,
my dashiki was banging.
Yeah, I was hoping to go to a screening, but I just didn't get the invite, unfortunately.
I had a beautiful headdress.
So
it was all black and pink. My dashiki was black and pink. Oh my god. It was gorgeous.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Look how bad the spray tans look on my giant television.
That's unfortunate, especially since Paige is really, really pale.
Oh, Paige is not on my screen yet. I got a little delay.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Mickey James.
It was Mickey.
You can actually see the airbrush.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one was bad.
Yeah. I
She
think
was
now
doing-
with Paige's neck injury killing her career, I think they need to add another lady to this group.
Oh yeah. Who would you add?
I don't know.
All right. That's it. I'm going to drive up to Stamford, and I'm going to tell them that they needed to add another lady to that group.
They do.
It's only a half hour from here, so.
And I think this girl who Jen and I have met, Sonia, I think she needs to do gimmick because with Ronda Rousey coming in and Beasler in NXT, it's the same gimmick.
Yeah, it really does look the same.
You know, I know they changed it up, they tweaked it a little bit, made it her outfit look a little bit more judo-esque, but overall the gimmick is MMA and Striker.
It's very much still the same gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's even somebody on. I want to say there's even somebody similar on SmackDown. It's like a tag team, three-way tag team that kind of looks like that same group.
Yeah.
Whereas
the women?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 3 women, but not one of them doesn't have the MMA gimmick.
Okay, because yeah,
all blondes have the same gimmick. They're like the hot blonde. The other girl is like a backwoods country girl.
I thought she played a little more psycho.
Yeah, there's that too.
Again, I don't catch much SmackDown. I catch more of Raw. And I always have it on in the background while we record because
now I do too. Now that I have cable,
well, we'll have to try and turn down the ADD for future episodes if we do this.
Well, it's a 55-inch TV. It takes up the whole wall. How can I not look at it?
I know. I have 40 inches. I'm good. I hear you. All right. So that's it. You've picked it does better than Dark Knight. I said it does better than Spider-Man 3.
All right.
And then the ADD
I'm picking out my Funko, baby.
Oh, all right. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to be the big winner.
All right. And the arbiter is whatever Box Office Mojo says.
Yes, because that's what we're going off of for this in this article here. I agree. Who are you going to pick for your pop final?
That's a good question. I'll have
now. Are we limiting it to general like stuff that's out right now that we can get for $10?
Yeah, yes.
Because there's one pop vinyl I would love to have, and that's a Biggie Smalls pop vinyl. And they go for about $350.
$350?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Right. I'm just making sure. I just want to make sure we're clear.
No, this is a friendly bet, not a bankrupt your friend bet.
All right.
No, this is like the $10.
And if anyone listening, if you want to endear yourself to me as being our favorite listener, a Biggie Smalls Funko shipped to the Casa de Stugots.
And remember, kids,
amazing.
He has a birthday coming up this year.
Yes, I have a birthday this year. It's coming up quick.
So start planning now.
Start saving your shekels.
All right. On that note, there's only one thing left to do.
Oh.
Hot picks!
Hot pick. You throwing up the... I just did it automatically, too.
I'm just throwing up the sign, but, with the hot picks.
Man, I am loving seeing Gallows and Anderson and Finn Balor on Raw doing the whole Good Brothers gimmick. I dig it so much.
Yeah, they were entertaining at the top of the show tonight.
Their Twitter accounts are hilarious to me. Good Brothers going to be good brothering it up tonight. Doing a little bit of reading over at the airport with a 6-hour delay.
Yeah, I need to start following some wrestlers on the Twitters. I did try.
Actually, I just changed my hot pick for you. All right, go ahead. I just changed it. You're gonna love it.
I was following WWE for like a week.
Yeah,
they just kind of tweet way too much when the shows are on at night.
They tweet too much and they tweet spoilers.
Yeah, especially if you're watching on a slight delay.
Yeah.
Like I had friends who were complaining during the Royal Rumble that they were ruining the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
On Twitter.
Try going through that when you're at work, trying to not stay away from social media until you got home from work so you can watch something like Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So I had to tune that one out. Like I tuned in during the Royal Rumble. I didn't have too much of a delay, so it was all right. But,
yeah.
And then it was okay for Raw a little bit. But then I wasn't watching SmackDown and my whole feed was that one account.
Oh, God.
And as much as I do love WWE, I just needed to tune that one out. All right. So, since you just changed your hot pick, what did you change it to?
I changed it to the Steve Austin Unleashed podcast. He had an episode out about a month ago. It was a 2-part episode where he sits down with Carl Anderson and Jake Gallows, and they just sitting around drinking some beers and bullshitting. The dynamics that you get that come across from these guys, they are the real deal. They share some excellent stories on those 2 episodes. They let you into a little bit of their own vernacular. They do speak in code. They do speak in Carney. They do let you in on a little bit of what some of the terms mean that they say and why they change it up.
You want to drop us one of those terms?
Well, good brethren. We're going to be brothering it up tonight. I'm going to sit at the airport for 4 hours. I got some books with me. We're going to catch up on some reading, which pretty much is we're going to be drinking the whole time.
Yeah, I figured good brethren meant drinking. Didn't know the books.
Brothering it up just means sitting at the bar, hanging out. Yeah. Some books means beers. And they change it up because they talk on the phone a lot to their kids. And this way their kids don't know exactly what they're saying. And it's fun. And I love that. And as you guys know, I am a giant fan of when you could be successful. It's an unbelievable thing. But when you get to be successful and you have your best friends around you and you get to share that success with them and watch them be successful, to me, that's the ultimate. There's nothing better. And to see 2 best friends right now with Anderson and Gallows working at the top of their game, making the most money possible, and just enjoying the hell out of it and sharing some stories of how a couple of the other big names in WWE won't ride with them because of their behavior. It's awesome to me.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah. It is always entertaining.
Yeah.
All right. So mine is a little handheld game for my iPhone that just came out within the last, few days, last week, whatever. Final Fantasy 15. Came out with a portable version.
Ooh.
So as someone who used to be on the show, picked it a long time ago for the consoles, you can now play it on the go. And while I don't have 40 to 60 or whatever hours it takes to play these games anymore, but it's nice to be able to do it here and there when I'm on the train, when I'm, moving and grooving, and I could just
moving and grooving.
And I could just hit it up, here and there. Fuck you.
I tried 3 or 4 times to get you done tonight. It didn't work. That time it worked.
It's the difference between sober Stugots and drunk Stugots. Drunk Stugots leans into the microphone, then forgets what he's going to say and doesn't say anything. Sober Stugots leans into the microphone, opens his mouth, looks like he's about to give out that first syllable, and then stops.
And it stops just to make John stop. This is why if you're listening on your handheld device, you have to check us out on YouTube. YouTube.com/ what's the rest of it? I don't know.
It's just search for Geekodrome podcast.
Just search for Geekodrome podcast. Never mind the vanity URLs. You have to watch because this episode I did do that 2 other times, and you didn't take it. That time you took the bait. Well, so you have to watch to see what I'm talking about.
Because Alexa Bliss was on the screen.
No, I did it before she came on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I did it earlier in the show.
Oh, okay. Well, right now it's Mickey James and the blonde from Paige's group.
Mandy. I think her name was Mandy Rose, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. I can't... They're so interchangeable, that group. It's I can't remember any of their names beyond Paige. So I guess that brings us to the end of another exciting Geekodrome podcast.
What?
I know. But if you want to find more Geekodrome, check us out at geekodrome.co. You can subscribe to us on iTunes or the Google Play, or really wherever there's podcasts. Feel free to, give us a 5-star rating. Tell us how much you love us.
Because you do. You know you do.
Who doesn't?
Nazis.
What else are you going to do? Walk with Elias? And if you want to just give us direct feedback, you can hit us up at Twitter at Geekodrome Pod. Or if you just prefer the Facebooks, we're at Geekodrome Podcast. You want to get me direct? I'm John. I'm at just John on the Twitters. Stugots over there, he's at Don Stugots at the Twitters.
That's me.
Did you also know that he loves to cook? In
Love
fact,
to cook.
He loves to share his cooking with you on a little show called The Eat 'em Up Show. Yeah, and the joke will never die. He does that Monday nights. What did we cook up this week on the Facebook Live?
I made some awesome mozzarella sticks a la Stugots.
Sounds
They
delicious.
were awesome. You have to check it out. It was a very simple recipe made with, you just get some string cheese, cut it in half, and then the rest of it you'll have to, if you want to find out, you have to watch the Eat Up Show over on Facebook Live. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow probably, and it'll be coming soon to, what's the other streaming thing that the kids are into? Twitch.
Oh.
Could be, no, wait, which one is it? Stitcher is the podcast.
Stitcher's
one, right?
the podcast. That's audio.
All right, I get confused. I'm sorry.
That's like radio.
It's coming soon to Twitch. We'll be working on some stuff where that will be happening soon.
Groovy.
Yeah.
All right. So right now, the Eat Up Show's on Facebook. Tune in, subscribe over there, hit a like, whatever. Hit the like button, and you'll get all the updates of where it's going to be.
It's still going to be on Facebook. It's just I'm expanding. I'm expanding the reach.
All right. Can't wait. Important final question.
Yeah.
What kind of sauce do you serve the mozzarella sticks with?
What do you mean? Tomato sauce.
All right, then. Very important.
What else would you use?
I don't know. Some people like different things or different kinds of
Like
sauce.
what?
I don't know. I like a good
sour?
spicy. I like a spicy tomato sauce.
My sauce is spicy, baby. It's got the big meat. It's big meat sauce. Meat sauce mafia is my sauce, baby.
See, you do the meat sauce. See, usually, most places serve it a little spicy with the chunky.
Yeah, it's got like a little marinara or a chunky tomato. Mine's big meat, baby. That's how we roll. Big meat. Big meat.
Stugots loves the big meat. You heard it here first.
Yeah, big meat, baby.
All right. And on that note,
yeah, baby.
It's till next week. It's been
a too sweet.
Where's the stop button?
Where's the